welcome everybody back for some more Minecraft on the channel. In today's episode, unlike the previous one, we're going to actually do something with these villagers in the form of making a little temporary little breeder up here. Yes, we're using the Minecraft game mechanic of breeding the villagers using these little blocks here. It's not going to take long to build, and it should be very simple to do so. We do need some blocks just to build it up a little bit so it's a little bit off the ground. Only needs to be like 4 blocks up, so it's not too big of a deal. So let's clear our bar. Let's grab the stuff from the chest, and let's do a little bit of a build. So we're going to place it just up here, and we're going to go up obviously 4 blocks. Go up 5, because then the thing is actually off the ground 4. And then we'll place in this little thing, like so. Ooh, emeralds. And that is our basic center point. We're going to place a fence post in the corner here, and then place the 4 beds like so. Like so. And then we're going to go ahead and obviously place in the trapdoors like this, in a little space like that, and then obviously the carpet in the corners. Now, that is the basic structure of this, right? Very simple. All you got to do is throw them some bread and they will obviously breed quite nicely. That does not sound right in the slightest, but we'll stick with that and go with that. I'm going to go and hopefully I've got some string somewhere in one of my chests. And we can go ahead and get some string. I don't think we do, but can you turn wool back into string? No. Anyway, we'll get some string eventually, and then we can make some scaffolding with the bamboo and stuff as well. Because I'm pretty sure... If we type in scaffolding, yes, we need 1 bit of string for some scaffolding. Now, this is the bit that I was not looking forward to, which is obviously getting the villagers up here. Now, it's going to be relatively simple to do this, I hope. I really hope. It helps if I'm even relatively in the right place. Luckily, the ability to take stuff down and obviously rebuild. Just going to build a very temporary staircase. Like so. Now, the way I'm going to get these villagers up here is by actually stealing their workstation. Like this. Now, it doesn't matter that we're not using the Nitwit villager, kind of like him, call him... Let me know in the comments what we want to call the Nitwit villager, because that'd be quite an interesting thing to let you guys know, see if anyone's watching. Right, so we can place this here. And hopefully one of the villagers goes, oh, I really want that job, and then they will come over here. I'm not seeing anyone coming over here, so I think the block's a bit high. Right, we'll place it here, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, one of the villagers will go, oh, I see, he's placed one of these things down. Oh, I think we got a partaker. We definitely don't have a taker. They're definitely just looking into the ocean. I think we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, which is not so old-fashioned and very... I was going to say futuristic, but not very futuristic either. And that is by getting ourselves a minecart and some rails. And that is basically all of my iron gone. Unless there's something here. There was some up there, so I'm not too worried. Anyway, we place this down here. One of the villagers will potentially come over to it. And then we can obviously rail up like so. So here comes the villager. And then we go like that. And then hopefully... I was going to say hopefully, but... we can push him in like so. And then obviously we have only 12 rails, but... that's okay for now. And then we can head sort of in this direction with these 12 rails, hopefully getting us to a relatively flat spot like so. And then we make the very slow and arduous process of getting this guy back onto the rail. Like so. And we go back and delete. And obviously we rinse and repeat for both of the villagers. So I'm not going to bore you with this process because it is one of the ones that is probably one of the most boring processes in all of Minecraft. I will show you this before I forget. Before he decides he wants to send it back down the cliff, because as soon as I place this into this bit, and like that, it will become a corner. So I have to do it like that. This is going to have to go this way. And might as well go up this way, and then around and to the bottom. And then we can push them up. But again, I'll show you with this one, and then it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm sure most of you guys in the time Minecraft has been alive, around. You've definitely moved villagers around at least once or twice. Again, fence post. As I place this in, it will change to a corner, and then we go up. Hopefully not lose him when we get up there. There we go. And then we have to break away that block and this block, which means that we have to take it a little further, and poof goes the minecart. And hopefully we can squeeze around the back of it and squeeze him in the hole. Yeah, and then we can obviously then put not that there, that block there, and put the other block there. But I'm gonna go and get the other villager off camera, because this will be a boring task and you guys don't want to see this. So I'll see you guys in one moment. And after a very long day's work, we head back to camp where the Nitwit villager is in my bed. But we shall wake up fully refreshed after the long day of work with our roommate, which will be named by one of you guys in the comments. And we should, in theory, head back up here to have 2 villagers sat up here. And we indeed do. So, I have 1 bread. I'll be back with more bread. So, we head into the village. We head down the cliff. We need to make this a very much of a easier access to get back up to the top. We make some wheat. We are going to need like 3 bread, and I have more than that, and I do realise that the baby's going to fall. Which is not going to be good for its health, but we can fix that in the long run. So we go up to the top with a ladder, which will be scaffolding in the future, and then we go and throw them this free bread, which they will pick up, And remember to look away. And we should start to see them. Maybe they need more than 3 bread. Maybe they're hungry. Or maybe the bread fell through. Well, they definitely got the bread that time. So yeah, we'll let them get on with the task at hand, and we will. It's happening. It's happening. Oh, it's happening. So yeah, we leave them to do their business. Take myself back down. And we have ourselves a baby villager. Yay! No, he's not a swamp villager. He is a tiger villager. I did want to make a couple of swamp villagers, but I wanted to get the actual idea of the villagers made, and I also want to kind of collect. That sounds very weird. I want to get one of every single type of villager and one of every single type of mob, but this will get us started with the idea of being able to. Oh, yeah, am I going to put this? Doesn't sound weird. This will be able to get us to start making some trading halls and that kind of thing. Now, yes, some people say that it shouldn't be in Minecraft. It's not how Minecraft should be played, but you have to think that I'm playing this series in a way that uses and utilizes most of Minecraft's features, and unfortunately, despite people not really liking the feature that much, it is a feature, and I will have to utilize it. As if I didn't, I wouldn't be utilizing all of the features within Minecraft. That would really annoy me if I'd left it open, but I do realise that mobs can potentially spawn down there, but luckily it's far enough away from the original camp up here and not going to upset me. Now I got that stuff because we're going to go ahead and smelt us up some glass. I got some bamboo trapdoors in there. Let's do half, because we've got half. So that will go ahead and go around the edge and make a little cylinder, so that'll be nice. And I think the villagers up there are slightly too far away. There's a little baby up there going. Run away. Anyway, they grow up so fast. Anyway, we'll head back to here. We'll get the glass, and now I have kind of worked out a way to get the villagers to stay in one place. Now, I'm not 100% sure if it's going to work, but I am told that if I get myself 12 signs and I am to dig a hole around here, which is 4 blocks deep, it might need to be slightly deeper, and I fill the bottom layers of this with yeah, if I fill the bottom layers like this with a sign, like this, don't know if that one will work. The mobs and stuff around will think this is like a big void. And will inevitably stay where I would like them to go. Now this obviously needs to go up to, I think it's one more layer, or I can just double carpet it. I can't remember, because the double carpet trick used to work, from what I'm told, but then they kind of patched the idea of it. So then you'd do a bit of this, but then I think it was like the mobs learnt that they could technically, in theory, walk onto the carpet. So then we get the llama, we pull him into, so yeah, look, he's not going onto the block. You do have to push him into the center. And he will bug for a bit, because I don't think he was technically in that center block. Maybe this doesn't work. So yeah, we put him there, and in theory, he cannot walk out of that block. But he's obviously doing so. But maybe because he's a bigger entity. So, I mean, the idea is we get the villager, who is, I was going to say volunteering, but something tells me you're not going to volunteer to go into that little square. So I think you're going to need a little bit of persuasion in terms of getting in a minecart and going ahead and doing so. The villagers love minecarts, so yeah, so that's the other thing I can do, is I can just simply get them sort of into this area in a minecart. But I don't... It's not like I don't mind the idea of a minecart, but if I could do this without the use of a minecart... We do this, and then we break this, and then we push him. So yeah, this is what I thought was going to happen. So, in theory, he's trapped in this particular spot, but he's not. So this trick doesn't work either. Right there. I'm not sure how to keep them in place then. I was going to do little market stalls, so they're like when you go camping, there's like a little camp shop where you buy like bread and milk and stuff, but obviously instead of buying bread and milk, you're buying enchantment books or, you know, that kind of stuff. So it kind of keeps the realism and that kind of thing. I mean, not particularly realistic, but it keeps the realism at least a little bit. I'm just going to do that so it reduces the monsters. And I'm also going to light up around the bottom of this farm. Obviously, with the new update, the light levels just have to be less than 1, so it doesn't have to be perfectly lit up. But it's always nice to light up an area. Okay, let's go and explore that at some point. But yes, the first baby has been born into the camp. I'm going to leave that emerald there, just because it's going to annoy people. I'm going to leave that there. And yeah, so the villager breeder has been made. Let me just get the glass down. So the glass will go into a cylinder, kind of like so. We do need like 4, because like I said, it's 4 high, but technically it's 5 high for that. And then we can go ahead and take another good night's rest after another long, hard day of work. Again, kicking a villager out of the bed as always. Obviously, we've got some screenshots of the thumbnail, which you guys would have seen already if you clicked on the video. And yeah, the villager breeder is complete. Now, is that simple? Yes. Does it use Minecraft logic? Yes. Kind of cheaty. But at the same time, who said I was going to do it properly? I'm going to do it to help myself in the long run, which is all that kind of matters to me. And of course, it is using Minecraft logic, just enhancing it and kind of using it to the best of the ability of, well, what it is really. You can argue it's a cheaty way of doing stuff, yes, but why wouldn't you have it any other way? I'm actually not going to do what I said I was going to do. I was going to put a trapdoor in, but do it like sideways, so the baby villager can, in theory, get out. But I know if I do that, then the baby villager will just run away, and I don't really want them to run away. So we'll do this for now, and obviously we'll have to wait till night time to go ahead and get some string, because there'll be no spiders about, and because I've just been sleeping immediately after it turns nighttime, there won't be any about. But we will go ahead and grab ourselves some more wheat, and then obviously turn that into, well, technically we're getting hay, bales, and then we can go ahead and put our crafting table down, obviously first of many, test the bread, see if it tastes good for the villagers, and head back up to the breeder and give them some more bread. Obviously, I think there might be a short time frame between different times you can breed and that kind of stuff, so obviously we're going to have to stick to that to some extent. Just going to get some easy kind of building blocks and stuff, so what I was going to do is actually go like this, but again, very, very, very temporary setup. And then go throw some bread, and then they'll hopefully eat the bread, and then we turn around and they do the lovey-dovey lovey, and in theory they will drop a little baby villager into here, which we can then obviously when they grow up we can break one of the glass blocks. So there's our second baby of the video. This is my little platform. There's the first baby up there, and then we can obviously go ahead and start taking the villagers out of here, letting them grow up, putting them in their little like campsite, shop, market kind of thing, and we can have like a little market area, sort of maybe. I kind of don't want to touch this area because I kind of want to just leave it as my like little base area. Hey look, and I got a frog, I forgot about it. I kind of want to leave that up there because that's where my big mega sort of castle project's going to go, up here. And then we're going to have a little base that sticks off the edge here. And then I'm trying to think the logistics of this, because in the future we'll have the castle, which will go up here. Actually, it's probably best just to show you from up there. So yes, like I said, we've got the main sort of camp area, sort of base camp area here, which will be the starter base. I kind of like the idea of keeping all my bases still alive and reactive and stuff, so we can keep the base there, and then we'll have sort of like an extra setup base on the edge here, made out of the bamboo that overhangs the cliff, but underneath has like storage and everything, so it's like a little bit of a fake base. So on the top level you have like a little overhang cabin overlooking the whole area, but then underneath you've got storage, you've got equipment, you've got all that stuff, but it's underground, and then we can have my entire storage system underground. And I'm really going to try and learn some redstone so we can get an automated sorting system, so I know exactly where everything is, but it needs to be a massive storage system. So I'm going to have to basically build like a huge chute underground that goes way underground, and build a massive underground storage, which obviously we're going to need a beacon for, which means we need to go to the Nether portal, which is currently under here, which is where it will stay, in the dungeon of the future castle, which will head up here. And I'm trying and build it big, but I'm trying to think of an idea of doing that and what to make it out of. And then obviously when the castle is up here, it will be overlooking the original starter base, and then the first entrance to the storage system and the main base. And then we'll have the castle up here, which will then head down into the storage system, and then sort of over to the left here will be a big village with districts, and each district will have a different type of villager that will have everything. So you'll have a farmer, you'll have a lectern, you'll have all the jobs will be in that village, and then each villager will have their own house within their district, but obviously they'll be able to go like see each other, that kind of thing. So we'll have like a swamp villager district, we'll have a plains villager district, we'll have a jungle villager district, you know, all that kind of stuff around. But then obviously we're going to have to take villagers to the jungle and all that kind of stuff, and then use this sort of method to go ahead and get ourselves we're going to have to get ourselves quite a lot of villagers. So hopefully, fingers crossed, like the savannah is just the other side of this mountain, the swamp is right here, the plains villager will because this is the mountain, which is what the babies currently are, and then these guys are the plains villagers, so this must be a little plains biome here. So where my base is like in the perfect area to do this, so I'm really hopeful for that. And then obviously we got this huge lake out here, so this will all be flattened, and then we'll do like little terraformy bits which will look really cool, and then we'll have districts of each and every single one of the villagers, obviously trying to get all the books and stuff, and then obviously we'll do that kind of thing as well. Think about this here, right? Starter base, campsite, little sort of overlook kind of cabin with underground mega storage, with storage for every single block within the game, which will all be like labels and stuff with what are they called? I don't know what they're called. What are they called? Item frames. Item frames everywhere basically will be down there, but because it's a single player world it shouldn't be too laggy, which would be good. And then we can have a huge massive castle up here with my own little quarters and stuff, and the villager trading area will sort of have a castle up here, and then the castle grounds will sort of go down the side of the mountain. I'm actually going to flatten out this entire area, maybe push the mountain back, because it's quite a big area up here to play with. So if I head my way sort of up here, and then the market stands will kind of look a little bit like this, but they'll be like enclosed, and then the villager can in theory move around their little area so they can come to either side. And then we'll have a huge castle up here which obviously overlooks the little an ocean, a beautiful birch / oak forest which has loads of flowers in it, and I'm 99.9% sure that there is the rest of the swamp on this side, and then it goes off to more ocean, which it does, and then I'm pretty sure the spawn of the world is in this general direction, but we'll get like the Elytra or Elytra, depending on how you want to say it, and we will literally go back and find the jungle, which was right next to spawn. And then there was also an oak forest, but I'll have to do a bunch of research on what the different types of villagers are. And then the fun factor part of this is breeding the villagers in those areas, and then bringing them back all the way over here, and then bringing them back into their districts and allowing them to interact with the other different types of villagers. I'm going to try and get 2 of every single type of villager, so like 2 librarians, you know, all the different jobs. There'll be 2 of each in the districts, and then obviously all the people that will be like in the market stand will be like plains or mountain or swamp, depending on where they're bred at that time. But I hope you guys did enjoy like the little plans and stuff of the idea of the series. I kind of want to make it fun, and again, obviously we're going to be working towards all of these achievements as well as we work our way through as well, trying to get all the achievements, but we'll definitely be trying to get Netherite, because I've never ever got Netherite, I don't think, before in a Minecraft world. But also trying to unlock the, I was going to say the big achievements, the big, like, obviously end and stuff. I'm pretty sure there's like a big one that's like not a balanced diet, not that one. Technically we could do that one right now, but I mean like being able to have all the effects on us at the same time and all of that stuff as well. So actually we could probably, in theory, head down here and get ourselves an achievement for the episode, and we try and get an achievement per episode, so a CD place. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys now, because unfortunately we have run out of video time. I'm going to go and take my bed back from the farmer, who decides he wants to lay claim to sleeping in my bed, and I'm going to say goodbye from the lovely village. Remember guys, there is a nitwit villager roaming around. I have no idea where he is. Hopefully he hasn't gotten lost in the cave once again. I think he's down there. Is that him? Nope, but there's another villager down there. There's a nitwit villager in a green top roaming around somewhere, and it's up to you guys to name him. Hopefully he hasn't wandered too far away, and hopefully I can find him for when he is named. Probably should have kept him in a minecart, but I'm sure he'll be around somewhere as I try and ring the bell. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it nonetheless, and you join as we say goodbye from the campsite. But I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time for some more Minecraft.